Officer to ask the Scottish Government what action it has taken to implement the recommendations of Scotland's drowning prevention strategy.
Minister Ashdenham.
The Scottish Government takes the issue of water safety very seriously and welcomed the drowning prevention strategy when it was published by Water Safety Scotland in 2018. And I'd like to thank Claire Adamson for her contribution to the strategy and her continued support to Water Safety Scotland, which has obviously a linchpin role in this area. And as she will know, the Scottish Government continues to provide funding via RoSPA to support the operation of Water Safety Scotland. And additionally, this year, the Scottish Government has worked with partners to support a number of water safety activities and campaigns. We also work closely with Water Safety Scotland and other partners to support the recommendations in its drowning prevention strategy and initiatives that can help raise awareness of the hazards around water and reduce deaths from accidental drowning. And on the 11th of August, I convened a meeting with a range of key stakeholders to drive further action around delivery of the drowning prevention strategy, and I'll be convening a follow-up meeting later on this month.
Claire Adamson.
And I thank the Minister for her response. We were all shocked and saddened at the numerous reports of drowning fatalities in Scotland, including my own constituencies, and we send our condolences to all those affected. And it is wonderful to see RoSPA and Water Safety Scotland developing a host of educational resources in school. The UNCRC Article 24 enshrines the right to access education and information on the prevention of accidents for children and their caregivers. What steps will the Scottish Government take to ensure that Article 24 of the UNCRC is realised for children in Scotland and that water safety education is promoted across our constituencies?
Minister.
I'm grateful that the relevance of the UN Convention on the Rights of the Child has been highlighted today in the Chamber by the member, and it's because we attach such fundamental importance to the rights and well-being of our children that we've legislated to incorporate the Convention as far as possible into Scots law. And when this Parliament voted in March unanimously to approve the legislation, it was a milestone and not an end point, and work needs to be ramped up to ensure that the Convention's provisions bring real-life benefit to our children. And that applies to the provisions of Article 24, which relates to health and well-being, which includes that ensuring that all segments of society, in particularly parents and children, are informed, have access to education and are supported in the prevention of accidents. And we're not setting off, of course, from a standing start. A lot of good work on education around risk assessment and accident prevention is already being undertaken. And we also have the underlying contribution made by the Getting It Right for Every Child programme. So we have a very good platform on which to build. With specific regard to prevention of accidental drowning, we will absolutely be strengthening our work with key organisations, including Water Safety Scotland and RoSPA, to identify and deliver the most effective ways of facilitating access to appropriate education and support.